you're fancy. You can have it any way you want. You're fancy. You can have anything you like. You're fancy. You can have it any way you want. You're fancy. You can have anything you like.
This is for you, Aquarius. March is the month of the angelic frequencies of the gemstone Aquamarine. Your birthstone is Amethyst, Aquarius, so what we need to do is see how these two gemstones resonate with each other. I'm Pastor Rosemary, the Astrology Angel. Thank you for joining us. To contact me, you can visit www.readingsbyrosemary.com, where we provide you with all the information you need on our spiritual consultations, psychic astrology, Rosicrucian Kabbalah, as well as classes and upcoming seminars. March's gemstone of Aquamarine has the light emanations of the astrology archangel Omnitziel, and your zodiac sign gemstone of Amethyst has the properties of light bestowed by the zodiac archangel Cambriel. Now stay right here as we give you the gemstones which are particular to your ruling planets of Saturn and Uranus. Now, Aquarius, blue sapphire, amethyst, and lapis lazuli are the precious stones used to align oneself with the energies of the planetary angel Cambriel, who was assigned to the planet Saturn in Kabbalah. Planetary archangel Zadkiel is also associated with Saturn, with the purpose of angelic names applying attenuated light frequencies corresponding to this Lord of the Ringed planet, generating substantial, though restrictive. Planetary archangel Zadkiel is also associated with Saturn with the purpose of angelic names applying attenuated light frequencies corresponding to this Lord of the Ring planet, generating substantial, though restrictive, levels of bestowal through law, adulation, and acquired possessions, as well as gaining quite a bit of property, really. So you have to be mindful of your own intentions and potency when utilizing these powerful gemstones in unison with each other. The planetary angel Cassiel, also associated with the archangel Zadkiel, is a sign of the planet Saturn and the Sephirah of Binah in Kabbalah. Among the order of the Aralim is the attribute of God invoked using the God name of Yud He Vav He Elohim, or Yahweh Elohim. The presentation of this aspect of the divine presence is seen as the ability to reveal and conceal, regarding the principle of double concealment in Kabbalah, where Saturn and Binah represent the outer robe of concealment. The concealment spoken of refers to forbidden facets of the Creator which become attainable when the intention of the Magus is corrected to serve always the Creator. Saturn is known as God the Lawgiver, found in Genesis, that's chapter 2, verses 16 to 17. And he commanded him, saying, of every tree of paradise thou shalt eat, but of the tree of knowledge of good and evil thou shalt not eat, for in what day soever thou shalt eat of it, thou shalt die the death. Uranus is the second ruling planet of Aquarius, having associations with the gemstones of aventurine, labradorite, and blue topaz. The planetary angel Ariel, also associated with the archangel Uriel, is assigned to the planet Uranus in popular Kabbalistic associations. The placement of the planet Uranus and thus its Kabbalistic correspondences upon the tree varies widely, and therefore the assignment of the archangel, an angel and divine name, because you've got an archangel, an angel, and a god name or divine name, and Sephirah vary among ancient and modern sources, many of which have merit. Some place Uranus alongside the prima mobile in the Sephirah of Keter, assigning the divine name Eheye, the archangel, as Metatron, and the angelic choir as Cheoth HaKadesh. Other sources place Uranus in the Sephir of Chokmah, while still others assign Uranus to the invisible Sephira of Da'ath. In 1 Enoch 10, we find, "Then said the Most High, the Holy and Great One spake, and sent Uriel to the son of Lamech, and said to him, Go to Noah, and tell him in my name, hide thyself, and reveal to him the end that is approaching, that the whole earth will be destroyed. And a deluge is about to come upon the whole earth, and will destroy all that is on it. And now instruct him that he may escape, and his seed may be preserved for all the generations of the world." This is the Book of Enoch by R.H. Charles in 1917. It was the author. Now, Uranus is known as the attribute of God from the heavens, found in John 1:51, "And he saith to him, Amen, amen, I say to you, you shall see the heaven opened, and the angels of God ascending and descending upon the Son of Man." Your air guardian Archangel Raphael speaks through to you from your Aquarius Astrology Archangel Cambriel. This is an angelic horoscope transmission from your Aquarius Angel Cambriel, who is your Zodiac angel, who resides over the water bearers, fixed air nature, and these are his messages for you in the areas of your love, money, and your health. First, Cambriel's love, rapture, and romance transmission. The purple angelic-like frequencies of Cambriel combined with exhilarating, healing oscillations emanating from freshly relaxing vibratory pulses from the gemstone of Aquamarine invigorate your romantic relationships due to provisions made by divine providence through this birthstone's privileged spiritual inheritance. Enjoyment of a precise permutation of Zodiac Angel Amnitziel's natural 12th house attributes, in addition to your own Aquarius energies, bestows to you overflowing quantities of heartfelt personal associations with the traditional zodiac sign of Pisces because of the enchanting, cool, and subtle light beams that sparkle forth from a gem which reserves delightful experience for the holder of such a gemstone through a refreshment of the heart chakra, thus causing great delight in physicality via interdimensional communication made possible through harmonizing within the third eye, crown, and sacral chakras. For Cambriel's money and wealth transmission, finances show overflowing abundance, a great outpouring of an overflowing of prosperity for those who spend time getting to know economic principles as well as how to woo money's very fickle spirit into a well-prepared lair. That which is below corresponds to that which is above, and that which is above corresponds to that which is below, as stated in the great alchemical work, the Emerald Tablet, attributed to Hermes Trismegistus. Now, these four worlds of the Kabbalah are associated with the 10 Sephirot, with the top supernals being encompassed in the upper world in Hebrew, in Kabbalah, it's called Olam. It's Atzilut, the upper world, associated with the Hebrew letter Yud. It's the fire element. It's the father. It is the king and the king color scale. That is the divine, unsubstantial. And that, again, is the force of creation, that life force. Now, the next world below that is the world of Bria Olam, and that is the world of the archetypes, the gods, goddesses, archangels, the higher frequencies. That's the water attribute. That is the Hebrew letter He that is given to the water attribute of this Aries permutation of the Tetragrammaton. There are many permutations of the Tetragrammaton. This is the Aries permutation that we're going with. Aries is, of course, associated with war and with Mars and all of the more martial aspects. It's associated with March, and that's the beginning. And it's the head. Okay, now the next world is Yetzirah, and Yetzirah is the world of Olam, the world. Yetzirah is the planning stage. This is air, because it's the planning stage. It's air. It is in Yod He Vav. It is the He. It is Yod He Vav He. It is the Vav, which is the Hebrew letter for nail, pin, or hook. That is the sun. That is the prince scale, the prince color scale. We have the king, queen, and princess color scales in Kabbalah. If you think some of the angelic colors are different, that's why. People are using different scales. Now, that is associated, again, Yetzirah, with the air quality, and that is associated with the goal-setting, planning stage, and is also called the unsubstantial in some of the other traditions. Now, associated with the final Hay, which is associated with Earth, we have the world of Asaya. That is the world of Asaya, of the physical realm of flesh and everything beneath the flesh, the world of demons. You get into the klepothic attributes. We're not going to get into that right now. But that's where that is from. It goes all the way down to the world of in Gehenna, we have apathy. And when you're in Gehenna and you just do not care, and then the light is let in a great flood. At first, like in a flood, you can't, the ground really, it kind of causes erosion. But after a while, someone who's in apathy begins to absorb that God consciousness, and a great, wonderful, beautiful forest springs up, or a wonderful, you just all the lush vegetation, all the wonderful, abundance and food, and this is the purpose of creation. This is the purpose, and this is associated with the substantial. You have substantial in Asaya, the earth. Then you have air, Yetzirah. You have the unsubstantial. Then in Bria, that's the water. You have the divine substantial. Then you have the divine unsubstantial in Atzilut. And that's the fire aspect. That's the will. That's the creative force, the creative will. I believe in one of the books that we like to utilize, the Keys of Enoch by J.J. Hurtak, it talks about centropy, overcoming entropy. That's a very important book that we've studied quite a bit, and we had reading circles where we sat and read from that book. It was very, very helpful. It's a very wonderful book to read from if you're interested in studying these kind of understandings. It's a very high consciousness work. Now, connecting one's God self in the world of absolute to receiving monies becomes ever more fun and adventurous while remaining dignified during an astrological progression where combining Aquarius's birthstone of Amethyst and the Saturnian gemstones, like also lapis lazuli, or gems of Uranus such as Aventurine with Aquamarine for Pisces energy, or for March, unites astrology, archangelic forces known to Cambriel and Omnitio, reviving businesses great and small with exuberant force of willpower to allow for spiritual development of your very soul, destined for prominence in the world to come. Experiential divine illumination is projected from within the soul self, then being reflected back towards any individual monad based on purpose, intent, as well as attitude. The sacral crown and third eye chakras are reinvigorated and celestial surrounding with March's gemstones. and that we've mentioned for you specifically with March, it's Aventurine, it's Aquamarine, but for you particularly, you can use Aventurine in combination with Aquamarine, or you can also use the Lapis Lazuli, and some of those more Citrine, or also the gemstones associated with Uranus. Now, your attitude is very important, though. It's the most important thing. And that you just have to have confidence, that's all. That's all. The sacral, crown, and third eye chakras are reinvigorated when you have this sort of intention to bestow boundless opportunity to a world fettered by unnecessary self-restriction. In this way, you provide immeasurably pleasant experiences for yourself and for others as well. For Combriel's health and fitness transmission, health centers on complementing upper supernal realms such as crown and third eye chakras through objectively manifesting situations via sacral chakra vortex assertions from divine principle towards physicality, ascending up to more fruitful dimensions, which through well-applied chakra healing techniques are able to be timeless while concurrently substantial. Kabbalistic assertions stating that Keter is in Malkuth and Malkuth is in Keter find a place via natural 12th house attributes. Since March's zodiac sign of Pisces ruling planets are concerned with both the feet and the head due to correspondences with Jupiter and Neptune, respectively, remembering that Jupiter associates with the sacral chakra to stabilize the entire energetic organism expressed in 10 Kabbalistic Sephirotic dimensions. You will find the energetic frequencies of Aquarius's Amethyst, Saturn's Lapis Lazuli, or, as we said, Uranus's Aventurine added to March's Aquamarine. You're going to find this combination quite motivating for you during this time. And because March is a time where you're really going to, it's a time of the year when you're going to feel much more able to accomplish all the things that you set your mind to, especially when it comes to the areas of mind, body, and soul healthfulness. Your sacral chakra is considered to be all-important during 12th house sojourns, again, the natural 12th house, for the principle of establishing fulcrums towards leveraging what is often thought to be hypocritical in attempts to express myriads of anxiety-provoking, ascending lifestyles mixed in with outrageously passionate, almost degrading lifestyles. In other words, aspirations for being real or getting real or being very pragmatic might at times appear to conflict with ambitions for a soul's recognition of its own personal godhood. That's Atalut to Asaya, and then they get into the Klepothic realms where you have to understand them because it all has to be filled with light. But that's for another time. Astrocartographic arrangements currently, as well as at birth, must be revealed if a holistic style of unveiling one's inner nature is truly desired. A disclaimer is in order here. High magic should be used with all mindfulness since powerful forces of manifestation are unleashed. This is intended exclusively for entertainment purposes. Remember to chant your divine tone of I know, or try out the higher aspect of simply meditating on the quality of knowing. And be wise, be well, be all you are meant to be, Aquarius. Thank you for joining us. Join us again